Hi, this is Dennis Bayne, also known as the Howling Dog, and today we're going to treat you to one of what I call my Random Funny Fridays. Now the reason it's random is because it doesn't have to even be a Friday, and the reason it's Funny Friday is because hopefully it'll put a smile on your face, because you can bet I got a chuckle out of it. And today's story is about blondes and fast food, okay? Let me kind of set the stage. In my house, my wife and I have 3 daughters. And as they're growing up and whatnot, they're obviously older now, but as they were growing up, it was not an option in my house to not have a job at 15. In other words, you had to have a job, other than for me, at 15. And what we did is we homeschooled. The wife, or I should say the wife did. She taught them the 3 R's, read, write, arithmetic. And kind of my side of the equation was I was always teaching what I call the 3 P's. And that's presentation and preparation and profit. And so when you got a job, the idea was not only to earn money and kind of, learn how to budget and that sort of thing, but I told them you go in there, you're the first one there, you're the last one to leave, you never ask them for a raise, you always do the job, you always come up with great ideas, and if you do that, you're going to move up the ladder and you're going to get those raises. And what you should do from day one is consider yourself a manager. What would you do to make things better? And then if you get to a point where you feel comfortable as a manager, figure out, hey, if I own the place, what would I do to make it better? Create more business, that sort of thing. So basically, my oldest daughter, this is about 15 years ago, she, 15, I think she had 2 or 3 jobs lined up. She decided on one. It wasn't the one that I would have picked, but it's her job. And what it had to do with was one of those fast food restaurants, okay? Pick up hamburgers and whatnot. And she was saying, gee, I'd go in there and do my work and talk to my friends, when they come in and visit me. And I said, well, it's your job, so you can pick it, but if I ever see you talking to friends while you're supposed to be working, I'm going to whap you upside the head. Because the idea there is to own the place. What would you do as an owner? And give that guy everything you got as if you were the owner wanting something from somebody else. So at any rate, when I pick her up after work, we kind of talk about how the day went. And, also, what would you do to improve things? How was your interaction with the other employees and that sort of thing? As a manager, how would you control that? And so we'd always talk about those things. But what comes to mind is a memory that we've kind of laughed about, for about 15 years. And she told me one day in the drive home, she says, Dad, they just hired this gal. I mean, she's a cute little gal. She's blonde, but she's just dumber than dirt. And I said, well, honey, it's not that nice to, call people dumber than dirt, but tell me a little bit about it. So she said, no matter what you tell her, she's just out in la-la land somewhere. I mean, she's just there and smiles, and that's about it. There's nothing between the ears, She says, just drop by and tell me what you think. Tell me what you would do as a manager, Dad, to kind of spur her along. So she's at a fast food restaurant, and so what I do is she tells me when she's going to be there, and the gal's going to be there, and the gal's, usually works the drive-up window. So I drive up, and I'm in my car, keep that in mind, and I'm at the drive-up window, keep that in mind. Okay, so I drive up there, and you can kind of see her. She's in one of those areas that kind of perches out, so they can kind of see, who's at the ordering station. And so she's there, and I kind of wave. She waves back, and she says, "Oh, what can I do for you?" And some bubbly blonde voice. And so I look at the menu and I say, "How much are those 99-cent hamburgers?" Kind of a pause for a second or two. She says, "Wait just a minute." So I'm sitting there, and she comes back on the line, and she says, those are 99 cents. I said, well, okay, I'll take one of those. I said, let's see, how much are those 99-cent fries? A couple of seconds of void. Hold on a minute. Comes back a little bit later, says, 99 cents, would you like one? Yeah, I'm thinking about a drink. Are those pretty good? Yeah, they're good. You got good iced tea? Yeah, okay. Well, how much is that 99-cent iced tea? Hold on for another second or two. Just a minute. Goes away, comes back. Says, oh, that's 99 cents too. And I says, okay, I'll take all of that, And so I'm sitting there in my car at the drive-up window. And she says, will that be all, sir? And I said, well, can I get that to go? Now wait for it. She says, hold on a minute. I'm sitting there, and by this time I can hear my daughter in the background laughing over the loudspeaker, and I'm about busting up in the car. And she comes back to the window and says, yeah, you bet. And I said, okay, I'll take it to go. So, at any rate, that's my story today on a Random Funny Friday. I mean, we've had fun with that one for 15 years. Hopefully it put a chuckle on your face. If you know any blondes, It's not nice to say it, but this one did, and just like my daughter said, happened to be dumber than dirt. Kind of one of those airhead type things. I mean, she was there for a paycheck, and that was about it. But at any rate, hopefully you might have a story about a blonde and fast food. If so, write a comment or rate the video or whatever, and we'll have some fun chuckling about it. At any rate, Dennis Bayne, Howling Dog, signing off on a Random Funny Friday. See you on the next video.